You have arrived at this channel, this video, for a reason. My name is Ariel. I am a channeler of divine and God, Source, Universe, your highest, the archangels, seraphim, multi-dimensional beings. So I pressed record because I was just sitting here and I was just laughing. I do have to show you this picture because we might be using this deck, but I was like, that's how I feel. This is the back of the book. I haven't read the book. I just go off the cards. But anywho, and I love the cards because there's no words. So, anyways, we are probably going to use this deck. Also, anyways, I was laughing because I just felt this beautiful energy. And okay, there we go. I've got a candle lit, so that's what that is. That little blue flickery poo. Because I started feeling, and I picture it as like honey, like golden honey, just all the way down. And so I also called upon, and I do my prayers. This channel is absolutely protected by the highest of divine, Archangel Michael. Like, that is my bestie, straight up, and then some, you know what I'm saying? And he always rides with me. That's the epitome of a ride or die, you know what I'm saying? And we never die, we just cross over. Anyways, that's not the words I would use. But anyways, the second they flushed in with this honey, this energy, I was still speaking with Gaia at the same time, just feeling that. And I was like, Gaia, can you please ground me? Because this is coming from like way, way, way somewhere else, in a beautiful way, all divine, all interdimensional species. And if you've been rolling with me like OG, which I know a lot of you have, which I love you, thank you. Thank you. I do love you so much, so much. I don't really mention those words, interdimensional species and things like that. That's my cat Penny. She makes herself known. She is always a part of this message. Ooh, my crown chakra is ringing right now. But it feels like a crown, So I'm speaking with royalty. Ooh, I had that download earlier, something about royalty. Thank you, Penny. Just like a child. Your child, your children, you just love them so much, but like, with unconditional love, okay? Unconditional love. And she was so cute. She always comes right on top of me and lays right on my chest. Like I know some cat people, and I've had dogs too, and I'll go into my last dog in another day because I already did that today at work. So I'm going to go into it now. I had this beautiful dog, and it was really my last roommate's dog, but I ended up moving in with him, and he was one of my greatest friends, and his dog's name was Loki, and he was about 14 years old, 14, I want to say between the ages of 13 to 15, but 14, and he was a blue-nosed pit bull, and my greatest friend, he went through a kind of inexplainable situation health-wise, which there is a name for it, a specific term, I forget what it is, but it's very rare. And you could tell that this dog took on his sickness to take it away from the owner, right? And so we can all look back at it now and realize that that's what it was, if you resonate with that. And Loki ended up creating as blue-nosed pit bulls, or pit bulls in general, do tend to get cancer in their jaw, in their mouth. It's been known. And so Loki had, since my friend's sickness, then Loki started to have this cancer. And so you could see the cancer on his jaw for about a year and some change. and we never put him down. You know, that dog became my dog. It's his dog, but it was my dog. We shared custody. We lived in the same house. It's my great friend. But, one day, Loki never really liked to go outside. You know, but then he started to stay outside. You know, our animals tell us. And I was sharing that story today. And before I moved to Arizona, I used to live in San Diego, if you don't already know. So I was in San Diego, and it was time. Loki showed all the signs. So, you know, my friend made the call to get the, you know, to have him put down. But again, that was Loki's call. The human just had to make the call to make it happen, to support that child of what he loved. And this probably happened like 5 months ago, but still, that is your child. I don't know why I brought that story up. Also, maybe, well, I don't, God bless us all, those who love animals, which everybody on my channel should, or not should, but does, because we are love. Some of you aren't really that interested in them, and that's absolutely okay. That's totally okay. I also want to give a shout out to somebody who commented on one of my videos, first name Rick. I want to thank you, and I pray that you see this video, for commenting. I was sitting there not knowing what to say, because people don't know what to say. I'll make it quick. I just want to say thank you for sharing your comment with me, because we never know that there's no words when it comes to the children that we have in our lives, no matter what shape, form, or essence that they're in. Losing one isn't great, but bless us all for we move forward. Okay, what else do I need to say right now, angels? My day. How was your day? And thank you. And how was your day? How was it? Decent? Decent nonetheless. We woke up, we kept breathing. Did we not? Yes, we did. Yes, we did. Yes, we did. To keep on conquering whatever we need to conquer, right? Even if it's just the day. So let me tell you about mine. So I woke up, I had a weird sleep schedule, and I had this crazy dream. And I woke up and I was just like, I feel like, you know, it's so weird. I also feel like there's like interference. Have you been getting interference with your energy lately? It just be what it be, boo-boos. Anyways, so I woke up and I was like, I think I had a dream about going to, why do I want to say Renaissance Fair? Had nothing to do with the Renaissance Fair. Maybe that has something to do with you. Dressing up in costume in a beautiful way. Just celebrating. Ooh, that's exciting. No, my dream was about a family reunion, and I remember being in it, and I was just like, I can't remember the definitive depicting the photos in my head. I couldn't remember that, but there's like this one snapshot that I do remember, and it's like all these, I want to say all these motherfuckers, but like all these people. And it's like we took a family snapshot, and then I woke up, and then I called my mother, and I'm talking to my mom, my mommy, and I talk to her all the time, at least for over 45 minutes, technically always over an hour, but that's my mommy and me. And she starts telling me randomly, about this reunion that she had 2 years ago with our family. And I've never really gone to family functions and stuff like that like I used to, because my mom would bring me and I was at that age where you would have to go. But when I didn't have to, I never really went. And it's not because I don't have anything negative about my family. I had other things to do. I did, you know. I'll write a book one day telling everybody what I was doing as opposed to that. You know, I wasn't necessarily the black sheep, but I was just different. So I was just like, I could do other things. You know what I mean? So anywho woozly woozlies. And then after I talked to my mommy, I went to the pool, swam around a little bit. And then in Arizona, you could just lay on the freaking chair and tan, which is really drying off, for like 8 minutes, 10 minutes max. And then I went back inside, and then I got a freaking massage. It just hit me. It hit me like one of those. I'm still getting this weird interference. Anyways, it hit me like one of those intuitive hits where it's just like, I gotta go do this. I gotta go. So I got an hour massage, 30 minutes on the feet and 30 minutes on the body. Amazing. I loved it. And then came home, took a 30-minute nap, got ready for work, and went. And work isn't really work right now for me, even though I am, like I said before. If you don't know, I'll tell you, I am a bartender, and I'm at a place where it's just like old people, and it's beautiful. And it's not like all old people, it's still a bar, you know, but they're all retired veterans. They're all retired Border Patrol. The majority of them, some of them are daycare people. That's just people filled with love and that have given or are still giving. And it's so simple and perfect for this time in my life. I know God will put me somewhere else doing this. I also have some other ideas that they've dropped. Have you gotten a drop inside of what your next forward movement is? I think I have, but also I feel this drop. So I want to explain it as kind of like, I was like, well, maybe I can do readings. Maybe I can put that in my description box finally, do something about the description box. There's still none. I've done nothing about it. Just, if you receive the message, you receive the message. If you vibrate with it, great. Great. If not, then cool. But my old videos, if you see me in Colorado, my beginning videos, there is a description. And it explains stuff, but I don't want it to be the same one. But nonetheless, I was thinking of doing readings and things like that, and healings. It hasn't hit completely for it to be, it hasn't influenced me enough. That thought, that frequency for it to land and then, but I do feel it's like the stepping stone to something greater that's going to happen. And I freaking pink and stink and love that. So, yes. Anywho, we are going to move forward. I also felt the call for these cards. So these cards, y'all, when I was going through my journey, when I lived in shelters, right? And getting off, you know, clean, sober, all those things, I didn't have any money, but I was just following God. I was following my angels. I literally, you know, you walk down the street and then right when you get to this point, they go, take a left. Okay, cool. But you couldn't tell, they wouldn't tell you to move left or right until you got to the corner of the frickin' street. All right? Anyways, at that moment, and I literally, they prepared me by telling me to have just a backpack, travel light. Now I'm very abundant. Now I feel abundant, but you got to go through that journey. You got to do that. If you have already done it, which most of you have, I feel like I want to say. They say most of you. That's in this collective right now watching this video. Some of you have not. Welcome. Welcome to the club. You're on the right path. There's a desire for more things, and that is what we have been taught, right? Is to have the desire for more things. But we needed to desire ourselves and our internal soul, our actual self, our truest self, our highest self, our divinity. Yeah. So anyways, during that time, I was staying in this women's shelter downtown San Diego, and it was beautiful. And beautiful experience, genuinely. All the experiences I've always looked at as being cosmic and meant to be, right? And yeah, so I didn't have any tarot cards or anything like that. I already gave all that, not gave it all up, I gave it away. You know what I mean? There's a confirmation for somebody. Also the bubbles inside myself. You know what I'm saying? So, but I was able to finally think, it was like my first manifestation situation. I needed playing cards so that I can write things down on them. I don't know, it just came to me. And that today, and then today I put a gold bow on it. Oh, look at my nails. So, anyways, I just got called to that today. Crazy. Crazy. So, together passionately. And so I channeled. As I channeled, sitting on the bottom bunk bed in the shelter, I just started writing things down. Writing it down, putting the card, boom. Writing a new one, boom. And we're going to pull from this one today. We might pull from you, but you just stay right there. Which one do you want me to do first? This one. Okay. This one. You guys know that I love this. So I'm going to call it Cecily. Okay? Because I could never figure that one out if you guys are new here. I could never figure out what the heck. Do you guys see that? Cecily. Okay. Oracle. Book and 32 cards. Okay. And so that, that's how I feel every single time I start a video. I'm like, I have no freaking idea. Just gonna go with the flowsy posy. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So, and that was number 5. Number 5 is my life path number, which is travel. Shocking. Not really. So, all right, beautiful divine spirit, with all my love. Your higher selves are here today. So this is going to be about you and your forward journey, and depicting, a lot of you have been inside your head a lot, wondering, because you feel like you've gone onto this another platform, this other level with inside yourself, and so you're just like, in a sense, like seeking and searching, but you know better than what those words are. It's just like you're so ready for more. They know. I wanted to say we know. Bottom card. Is it bottom card? Yes. Which is funny because it's finally, once I realize that's exactly how I'm going to say it, is Cecily. That's exactly how I'm going to say it. Right? This is the card that we give. And so, and it's number 27, which is 9, if you add that up. So I feel like with the number 9, you're recognizing the fact that you've already gone through the 9. Now you're into the 1-0. Now you're into the 10. Now you're into the new, as it's 1911 on the timer. Now you're into this new phase. Like, you've already got it. You've already recognized what you've gone through. You're like, I'm ready for something new. I love that. I love that for you. So do they, of course. So dietro non mi chiama. They want to channel through so bad. So bad. But why haven't you done it yet? Because we need to go through this first. We need to go through this first. It's the reanalyzing, not analyzing, the reflecting. I was going to say that because behind you behind my camera, there's my mirror. And I wanted to bring that up. And I'm like, if I look, that's why I've always been like going like this, because I'm getting my reflection out of my way. So you've gone through a state of period of reflection. And now this transition of moving you from this reflective stage, which we will go through. Wow, they're like right here. Okay, which we will go through another time, but you are ready to break out of this reflective stage and ready to just drop your feet like Sonic the Hedgehog and just and roll again. But not really like Sonic the Hedgehog. You're really more of a flow. You already know what you're doing, but you're like, you're energized, you're excited, you're happy, energetically, spiritually, you are. Physically, still maintaining the physical day. I want to say physicalidad de la día. Why I had to say that in Spanish? I did. I love it. I love Spanish. And Latin. And Spain. Mexico. I know they were playing in FIFA today. Anyways, back to here. Am I jumping all over the place? I don't know. They're half in, half out. It's not my fault. It's not my fault. Not this time. Anywho. Okay. I was just completely wiped clear of like everything. You've already created the crown upon you, and this you created yourself. You are royalty. It is you now embracing what you are as a soul. You started from zero when you began, when you lacked everything. Not when you were a child. That's not what we're talking about, or what I'm talking about. What I'm saying is there was a 0 point, because even in the crown, it's a circle. We'll call that the 0 point. There was a 0 point, and then began your creations. And you've built the foundation. You already have. Most of you have understood during your process, your journey, connecting with your guides, your guardians, your angels, your spirit team. You knew when your foundation was built. There's literally a time frame when it was. And you've recognized it. Could have been years ago, could have been days ago for some of you. Could have been months ago, 4 months, 6 months, 8 months. And then you've built all these different barriers and things. And yes, you've gone through different versions of you and building all that. All those different towers, different versions of you. And then having to go to the next one. Building the new foundation to go up to the next one. And then building, and then, as they say in tarot, towers fall. And that's where you're meant, when your tower falls, to build another piece of your foundation, all stemming from that 0 point. Now, it didn't come easy. And it's kind of like her face is the average energy that we've had to be. Because as this is going up, as we're always building up here, the heart needs to be held, as it looks like it has been bleeding in order to get to the top tiers of our crown. But she's holding her heart with the same color, but always holding ourselves together. So it's like this is the medium of, even though, for example, Ariel, me, I am joyful as fuck. I am. I'm positive. People ask me all the time, how are you so positive? I'm like, what do you say? I'm not from Earth. I'm a descended angel, guardian, goddess, whatever the fuck, You don't say that stuff. But nonetheless, we are still humans living this journey. So it's kind of like we came here as children, as babies, as souls, and then experienced everything we needed to build our crown, holding ourselves together and by ourselves. Because no one gets it. But that is what we signed up for. And then, as she holds this is our masculine side, right? I'm dyslexic. Okay, so that's the right side, because I write with my right hand. That's how I remember it. That's the only way I remember it. I write with my right hand. Okay. Holding the cupcake, the platter, which do look like breasts, to the left side, which is the feminine, which we all have. We all have masculine and feminine within inside of us. And it's just kind of like trying to gift us back this side of us, this more intuitive, more connection side, right? So it's like we've had to be the masculine the whole time, holding the plate, being survival mode, when all along we were just trying to gift ourselves back to the other side since the beginning. And it's like our soul says, I'm sorry for that. And congratulations on being where you are at today. That's what they just told me to say. Because you have been hurt from your intuitive powers, from not just humans, but other entities. Truly, truly. Ariel, me, I hate to say that it's a war, but it is. But that's why we're here. And I want to say I feel exhausted, but I also feel like, it's kind of like, how do I want to say it? It's like you're in a pool of water, right? And then so much pressure is coming down. It's like a buoy in the water, you know, those things that float, where there's all this pressure coming down, whether it be the seas, the rain, the wind, the storms, and you're always being gifted down, just pressed down, gifted down. I said that, that's funny. Down, and then just to always pop up. I have no idea how we got there. And it was always holding you, your soul, and you kept choosing to go. Then I also want to say about her dress, always on the pedestal of divine, always lifted up. It's not always, I don't see it right now as a flow down. It's a holder of you, a holder. Strength and power as you go through this. I don't want to pull another card from there. I don't have to. Okay, so now we're just going to pull a few cards from my made deck. I think this is important. I know it is, because I also want to tell you, when you have nothing, you always have something. This just popped out. Careful of overthinking. Right? What's this one? Finding you. Dyslexic. Finding you. Number 9. Ooh, something you want with love is at a distance, and it's going to be lucky. It's a good thing. This one is find a better way to go at it. Maybe it's finding love. I don't know. And then, whoosh. This one's important, I feel, because it fell down. They're taking action. They are. 3. 3 is change. 3 of the hearts. What did we just get? Careful of overthinking. 5. 5 of hearts. Right? And 5 is usually like a, to me, right now with this card, is kind of like usually 5 in the tarot, and I don't know much about tarot, but I'm accumulating some knowledge. It's not always like a great thing, so careful of overthinking about love. And then number 9, clover. Doesn't matter if it's 3-leaf or 4-leaf. Let's just call it, let's pretend it was a 4-leaf clover. You're finding you all within the luck of who you are. You're finding the beautiful sparkles within inside yourself. Now, it's a 3-leaf clover, so think of 3. 3 is change. 3 is you being completely you. People say, you know, we say God sorts energy or blah, blah, blah. You know, earth, man, they're not giving me what I want to say. It's like the religious one, but that's not, they don't even, I'm being blocked. I see it as earth, human, divine, right? So that's 3. You're finding that within yourself, as it was 30:53 on the timer. 7, love is at a distance. It's coming as good luck. It's not only coming as good luck, it's going to come like it's lucky, like it's out of nowhere, right? When you win at the casino, I'm not really a casino person, but I am so freaking badass at Russian roulette or roulette. I have no idea why. Because I'm lucky. Like you. It just be what it be, boo-boos. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, I do a little bit and then I leave. It's fun. Anyways, so it's at a distance, but doesn't mean it's not GPS coordinated to you. Bam. And now we have another number 9. Find a better way to look at it. I think I just helped you out with that. Also, do it yourself. And then 3, they're taking action. Yeah, I write all weirdy, peardy. They're taking action. Just allow the magnetism to come to you. Okay. Are you coming through? Yes. Okay. So now I'm going to let and allow Kreia, whom I call for creation, to channel through me. So breathe deeply with me. We all Kreia. Welcome. Welcome to your new world. Welcome to the truest form of who you are. It seems subtle. It does. We know it. Why? It's because it is your truest essence. It is your soul. It is what you are, who you are, and who you've always been, capable of withstanding all of those obstacles, all those destinations of where you have flocked to, where we have guided you to. And here you are. It is subtle. We are going to be quick today. We are. We want to acknowledge your existence at this current moment. Believe we will send you signs through birds, through lions are important to you. Fish, frogs, dandelion flowers, yellow roses, and old-fashioned Chevrolet car, red, silver lining, black. It looks, Ariel only knows it as a Jetta looking kind of car. We want to give you affirmations because we want you to keep looking for the signs. And just, you don't need to read into them. Just know that we are there. Again, we are talking to a collective of different people, humans, spiritual, beautiful goddess, gods, blessings upon this earth. It's all about signs today. Okay? Yes, 4-leaf clovers, red balloons, all those things, but we could always say that and you'd be like, your ego gets in the way. So, therefore, we are going to deliver a light code language to you right now. for you to, it will enhance your third eye chakra, your crown chakra, your throat chakra, your heart chakra, your solar plexus chakra, your sacral chakra, and your root, yes, your root, but most importantly, your sacral, your third eye connection. The creativity of the parts of the soul of what you are. Which we speak to you through you, just as we speak through Asmira, and everything that comes up that we give you depictions of, that we give you examples of, come through her own personal experience, through her own understanding, because that is what we utilize. That is why you are here. And you knew in your contract, your design divinatory contract of being here as a soul on planet Earth, that we would utilize what you have gone through, not only in this lifetime, which is vibrant, which is very much conducive to how we utilize you now, but also your past soul's experiences, your past wherever interdimensional beingnesses that you have been in, we utilize that as well. And it is very important. That is your ancient wisdom. Very important. We will cover that very soon in another video. Okay. Right now, these codes that will be coming through will expand your sacral, connecting your third eye together. So your creativity, not only combining your ancient wisdom of what you have, which are all of your souls, are all in parts of your chakras, all of it, since the creation of you. Okay, there's no video on that explanation because you would not be. You're not written as the human species to understand it, nor is it needed. It just is, right? The isness, just like creation, just like Krea, just like us. Okay. So, but what we want to let you know, that after this light code we are going to give to you, you are going to receive signs. This is how you know. Not only of what we have just stated. You don't have to rewind it unless you want to. Some of you like that stuff. We love that, of course. Rewind if you like. If not, totally fine. A point being is that you are going to receive signs that you will acknowledge that your ancientness be the only part of you that will recognize it. To give you more of a confirmation that you are on the right path, the right journey, but also you are exactly what you know you are. We will leave it at that. Now we will deliver, yes, Asmira, the light code. We are your higher selves, speaking through Asmira to you. We are also your spirit guides. We are also the archangels, as Asmira would say, the seraphim, but all divine, the God, if you choose to utilize that word. However, so, some of you say Allah, but please understand, only divine, zero judgment here, just love. Let's reiterate, we are love, and only love for the highest good of the all, which the all is pure, unconditional, divinatory love. We are all in it together, playing different roles at different times. Some of you have been, we want to say starseeds, before on planet Earth. And now you are back. Many of you are ascended masters. That not only, some of you have been ascended masters here before on planet Earth and have reincarnated. Some of you have been ascended masters in other dimensional realms. The words God and Goddess are not far from your being. They are your being. It is you. You've played that role many times. To not just Earth, but other planets, spaces, and places. Cosmically, in the entire universe, the entire all, which is ever expanding. Yes. We will be happy to get into that on a much later date. Much later date. But yes. Right? So now here is the light language. For you to believe in yourself more. To acknowledge that the signs and synchronicities of what you see, not seek, what you see, are what is real. Delivered by the divine. By your highest, truest being, form. Yes? Okay, we invite you to breathe deeply with us, yes? Fully inhale, fully exhale. It's going to be a good one, darlings. Sete atrene moko anyaka no soto to mori mana tre kiane ne sikiana to no kiane no boka, deleting all of which stands in the way of your divinity, of your flow throughout all your chakras. Torto siet nimikia no pupu Anyoko oma senatati anana maka ainya kantono mosia trana sanyatra ne kiki yes, cleansing, clearing all the clutter of this lifetime. It's fine. All of the other lifetimes you have already alchemized. You are just a magnificent alchemizer of all those energies. This is why you're here on this video currently. Trust, believe, know. Here we go. Ground. Connecting with your highest and grounding your physical, beautiful, egoic, lovingly egoic mind, energy down. To the center of Gaia. Thank you. We will not bring her back. She wants to. But we want to let you breathe. We will be back. We love you. You can hear us and see us and feel us more.